What I saw in the eyes of the spider that warm summer evening I'll never forget. To be stripped of all self and confronted with something so alien, so repulsive, so horrendously beautiful, yet terrifying. I was walking along a trail that wound endlessly through the foothills into the looming mountains above. The air was still but warm. The dwindling sun on the horizon lit the brush and trees ablaze. I was surrounded by an inferno, a whirl of pale heat and dying light, its trance pulling me further inwards when before me, a silvery glint. It was sticky but inviting, pulling me into its wake. As I leaned forward to inspect the gravitation, I saw what had lured me into its trap, a tiny spider, creeping back and forth along its glint of a web, woven directly in the middle of the trail. It ran its tiny legs back and forth across the web, 8 spindly legs folding under one another, each pulling tight threads. I didn't know why I was staring. A pest, I'd always thought. Yet I could not avert my gaze. Its eyes, its nightmarish eyes, 8 black orbs seemed to pull me further in. Oh, how its eyes disturbed. But I could not look away from the hypnotic rhythm it performed. Back and forth, back and forth. It spiraled inwards towards its center, each gap between its threads just big enough to not register to the fly, but small enough to catch it as it flew through. It seemed impossible to say whether the spider had built the web to fit the fly, or whether the fly had simply been the shape the web was always going to catch. As its creation took its shape, I began to marvel at its intricate beauty. I'd never before paid much attention to the spider. They felt repulsive to me, a pest to be disposed of as soon as one was caught in your gaze. How horrific they were to look at. But this spider felt to me to be different. This spider seemed to be creating a work of art, unconsciously but still art. Whether or not it was witnessed didn't seem to matter. The web was art regardless, the way a sunset is, whether or not anyone looks up. Perhaps a woven web is only as good as its ability to catch the spider's prey, but the way it seemed to be created with such intention appeared to create a tiny universe before me. It had built its home in the one place certain to destroy it. Surely the unsuspecting hiker or animal would walk right through it. In an instant all would be destroyed. Its home, its universe, its empire gone. I doubted it would mourn. It seemed to already know what I was only beginning to understand, that nothing here was built to last. How utterly impenetrable the spider seems to be. An entire cosmos inside it, and another woven between it and the trees. A life raft suspended above the void, a creation with no ground. Each thread in relation to one another, each supported by each. I touched one of the threads connecting the web to the trees on either side of the trail. At first its creator did not seem to notice, but just then the spider's eyes met mine, or I it. Another something looking back at me, and I it. A something that lacks edges, something permeable, yet wholly its own. An individual, yes, but its own universe the same. As it went back to its creation, I was left wondering, what was that something that I saw? Did it see the same in me?